Okay, so the Butler Bulldogs played at the Providence Friars last night. Providence won this game 65-56. Butler had their chances. Providence didn't really have much of a letdown from the game that they won against Creighton over the weekend, and I figured there might be a bit of a letdown. If there was, it was real slight. Providence played a pretty good game. Butler came out into this game. They came in determined to get a win on the road here in the Big East, and Butler had their chances. They had their chances to win this game, and they just kind of fell apart in the last 10 minutes. They got real close. I think they cut it to 2, and then Providence just pulled ahead. It was like 14. It was the biggest lead of the game, 12 or 14, something like that. I guess, if this was a couple weeks ago, I would have been really upset by this, but it's gotten to the point where I'm just expecting, these games that I would have thought were winnable, I'm expecting to lose. I'm not giving up on this team at all, because at some point we could find our identity, we could figure out how to play, and we could make a little bit of a run. Now, is it getting to the point where we're almost too late to get into the NCAA tournament as an at-large? Oh yeah. So, we could put together a run in the Big East tournament, but if we could win out, beat some good teams here in the Big East like Creighton and Villanova and all those guys, then maybe we can get in. But it's not looking like it. I'm still hopeful, but I'm also being realistic. Butler's defense was just bad. Every time they would get up a bucket, hit a bucket, for the most part Providence would just answer them, and especially there late in the game, Butler would make a little run, and then the defense just couldn't hold on, put themselves in too big of a hole early on. Rebounding was atrocious. Just couldn't, other than one guy on this team, we couldn't rebound the basketball, and even he didn't get very many rebounds this time, Cameron Woods. So in this game, Eric Fromm had 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting. He was 0 of 1 behind the 3-point line. Kyle Marshall had 15 points on 7 of 13 shooting. Cameron Woods had 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting. He's the guy that only got 3 rebounds in this game, so Providence did a great job of making sure that he wasn't able to get the rebounds, because he dominates at that usually. Alex Barlow had 6 points on 2 of 7 shooting. He was 2 of 4 behind the 3-point line. Kellen Dunham scored 17 points on 5 of 12 shooting. He was 2 of 7 behind the 3-point line. Elijah Brown had 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting. He was 0 of 1 behind the 3-point line. And Andrew Travis, playing in front of his home state, 8 points on 3 of 3 shooting. Great player off the bench for Butler. Nobody else played. Only 7 guys got playing time, which is kind of strange, but Providence only played 8 guys, so not really much difference there. For the game, Butler was 21 of 49 for 42.9%, so they actually shot pretty well. But Providence was 23 of 50 for 46%. Three-pointers, Butler 4 of 13 for 30.8%. Providence was 5 of 11 for 45.5%. When Butler made their run and cut it to 2, Providence hit 3 straight threes, and it just killed Butler. They just couldn't defend them to where they could keep hitting those threes. So free throws, Butler 10 of 15 for 66.7%. Providence was 14 of 16 for 87.5%. Rebounds, here, like I said, Providence had 37, Butler had 22. Providence had 13 offensive boards to Butler's 7. Turnovers, Butler only had 7, but Providence had 13. But taking care of the basketball wasn't the problem in this game. It was defense and it was rebounding. Points off turnovers were pretty much the same. Second chance points, because of the rebounding, Providence had 12, Butler only had 6. Points in the paint, Providence had 32 to Butler's 24. Fast break points, dead even at 2 again. So just defense and rebounding, that was Butler's problem in this game. And not much more that can be said. Hopefully we can move on. We get St. John's next. St. John's hasn't won a Big East game, so hopefully we keep them from winning a Big East game. That's a game we should be able to win, but you never know. So not with this team right now. But I've got to hand it to Providence, the Friars. They're doing a terrific job. Ed Cooley has really turned that program around slowly but surely. And they were actually my first team out of the NCAA tournament when I did my NCAA tournament predictions in the preseason. So they could get in. They're looking like a team that could get in. So, but anyway, like I said, Butler loses this game 65-56. They drop to 11-8 on the season and 1-6 in the Big East. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a good one.